Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Steven Mukisa and I'm a problem skin specialist. By problem skin specialist, I mean that I specialize in a number of different skin problems. Today I'm here to share with you about my experiences with the skin and with a number of different skin problems. So if you're ready, please subscribe to my channel, like and share. Today we are going to talk about glutathione. Glutathione is an antioxidant. By antioxidant, it means it stops oxidation. If you want to understand what oxidation is all about, oxidation is, for instance, the process of oxidation, like say a passion fruit. When a passion fruit has just come from the garden, it's all round and very smooth. When it faces oxidation, it becomes wrinkly and becomes so wrinkly until it shrinks, it loses shape. So exactly that is the action of oxidation on the body. So apart from glutathione being such a great antioxidant that it stops oxidation from happening, it also does a number of things. In the beauty industry, glutathione is used for a number of things. The first thing it does for you, it smoothens your skin. Your skin becomes ultra smooth, very smooth. Secondly, the skin is having better elasticity and more collagen. And then the skin also becomes lighter. It glows and becomes much more lighter. So a number of people take glutathione for a number of different reasons. Some will take it for the skin and others will take it for their immunity, because it also helps to improve your immunity. The immunity goes down. There are people with a number of immune diseases, immune problems, like for instance people who've got an HIV. When you take glutathione, it helps to boost up your immunity so you're able to survive more. And remember, people don't die of HIV anymore these days. They die of the detoxification organs, okay? Detoxification organs like the heart, the liver, the lungs, the kidney, the skin, all those are detoxification organs. Because they have a lot of toxins to take out of the body, they become overwhelmed. They become overwhelmed with toxins that they need to take out. So eventually, they just die. You know, you find someone with a liver problem. So most of the people who have the acquired immune deficiency disease, most of them, they have problems with detoxification organs. So when someone dies, it will be either a heart failure, kidney failure, you know, the lungs have collapsed, a number of things. So when you take glutathione, it helps to repair, it helps to reduce oxidative stress in the body, and you're going to live much more longer. So today we are going to talk about specifically glutathione in terms of helping the skin to glow, helping the skin to look lighter, helping the skin to look much younger. First of all, the glutathione is going to help to renew your body cells. When it renews your body cells, it means that the cells are repaired and you're going to look much more younger. That's why glutathione works so well for anti-aging. Nothing beats glutathione as an anti-aging product. And then you can also use glutathione for lightening the skin, okay? For lightening the skin. How does glutathione lighten the skin? First of all, our bodies has melanin, but most people don't know that melanin comes in a number of different colors, okay? There are people who are naturally light-skinned, they have a different kind of melanin. There are people who are dark-skinned, they have a different kind of melanin. So there are people who have red melanin, there are people who have dark brown melanin, there are people who have yellow melanin. So what glutathione does, it does not remove melanin from your skin the way lightening creams do, because when you use lightening creams, they actually remove melanin. They wipe out melanin. Your body produces the protection, the melanin, and then the creams wipe it out, okay? It produces melanin, the cream wipes it out, and then the body gets into a kind of a confusion, okay, it feels it has produced melanin, but instead the melanin is not working sufficiently. So most of the times the body becomes very confused, and as a way of showing you that it's very stressed, you're going to get a number of different colors. Okay, in one area it's going to show you dark, and then brown, and then you're going to look very funny with very uneven pigmentation, mainly because the body is showing you it's very stressed. It's producing melanin, and you're wiping out melanin with a cream. Produces more melanin, you say now this cream is not working on me anymore, you want a stronger cream, and you're wiping out more melanin. Before you know it, it's going to bring you the white spots. There's so many people have those little white spots that are on their skins. The reason why they have those white spots is the body's way of talking to you, saying, I'm stressed, I don't know what's happening. What are you doing to me? Stop what you're doing. So there is always a right way and a wrong way of doing things, okay? There's always a use and an abuse or abnormal use. So the normal use of lightening is there, we are going to talk about it, and then the abnormal use, abnormal way of lightening is still very there. Now, the abnormal way of lightening is by using body creams that have very strong chemicals like hydroquinone, chemicals like mercuric iodide, chemicals like clobetasopropionate, beta-methacynpropionate. Most people mix all those steroids and creams and chemicals to make sure you look lighter, but there is also a problem with those chemicals. First of all, the problem with those chemicals is that now, like for instance, when you use the corticosteroids, most of the times when you use corticosteroids, they tend to make your skin thinner. When the skin becomes thinner, remember, the skin, the use of the skin is to protect your skin. It protects the inner organs, okay? It protects the inner organs, and then it regulates your body temperature. Now just imagine the skin has to regulate body temperature, but you've made it very thin with the corticosteroids. And what will happen is that it will start failing with its work of regulating body temperature. It means that when you've used these creams, like most women have, you know, when you go out in the sun, the body can't regulate the body temperature because now it's very hot. The whole of your skin becomes red. Why? Because there's no regulation, because the whole body will become hot. It can't be regulated at all. When it's cold, the whole body is going to become cold because there's no regulation. The skin that was regulating the body temperature has become much more thinner. And that's why most people say, oh, people who lighten their skin, they're cold in bed. You can't sleep with a person who has lightened skin because they're very right. They can't sleep with people who will have lightened their skin in that abnormal way because the skin has become thinner with the use of corticosteroids, okay? So you should stop doing that kind of lightening because it's the wrong way. It's the abnormal lightening of the skin. And then there's also another abnormal lightening of the skin where you're going to use hydroquinone, okay? Hydroquinone, according to the US governing bodies of cosmetics, hydroquinone is allowed to be 2% only in a cosmetic. When it goes beyond 2% and is 4%, it means it has to be prescribed. It's prescription only hydroquinone. That should be 4%. But in the creams that you find lately on the market, you find creams that have more than 4% hydroquinone. And they're sold as creams. They're not even sold as something that is medicated, okay? They're not sold under prescription. That's a very abnormal way of using hydroquinone. And then there's also this thing where they get creams, they start mixing, you know, different people become experts in mixing creams, okay? They start mixing, you know, you mix this and this and that, and they don't know that certain chemicals don't interact with other chemicals. Like for instance, you cannot mix hydroquinone with the alpha hydroxy acid. You mix those two, you brought problems. Your skin is going to have patches all over. So you should always avoid mixing certain things. If you're not sure, don't mix. you can only mix when you're sure of what interacts with what, works with what. Okay, the creams that don't that interact with chemicals that are detrimental to you, don't mix them. So you should always leave the cocktails to the experts, because there are certain things that don't mix well together. Okay, now let's go back to the glutathione. Okay, glutathione, the way it works on your body, first of all, you use it for a period of time, and when you take it, it turns your melanosome cells. Okay, it turns your melanosome cells. It's the melanosome cells that turn from producing dark brown melanin to yellow melanin. Okay, it changes the production of melanin to go from eumelanin to pheomelanin. Pheomelanin is the melanin that has a yellow pigment or a red pigment, and then the eumelanin is the melanin that has a brown pigment. So what glutathione does, it doesn't wipe away the color the same way creams do. It doesn't stop the color from coming the way the creams do, but instead it changes the color that comes out of your melanosome cells. Isn't that beautiful? That's awesome. Why is it awesome? Because it's not going to tamper with any physiological ability of your skin. Your skin is going to stay with the same thickness, it's going to stay in the same normal functions, but it's only the color that comes out of the skin that is going to change. Okay, so now imagine someone has been having skin color that is coming out of them and is dark brown. Okay, from dark brown you take glutathione, keeps changing, and then starts giving you yellow pigment, yellow color. You're definitely going to be a yellow person, head to toe yellow person. But someone is going to ask me, yellow person, I want to be yellow. I get a lot of people who tell me, I want to be yellow, I want to be light skinned, I want to be better, but most of them, they are not ready for the sacrifice that you're supposed to put in. Okay, everything has a sacrifice. Come on, whatever you want, you need to sacrifice something. Okay, now when you want that yellow pigment, you're going to sacrifice some time, some patience, and some money. You understand? You need money, you need patience, and you need some time. Okay, if you lack those three things, then you have failed to get your nice pigmentation with the help of glutathione. The reason why you need money is because glutathione is not cheap. Okay, if you hear of glutathione that is cheap, most probably that glutathione is not going to give you what you want. Its purity levels most probably is not a good, good purity levels of glutathione. So glutathione is not cheap, it's expensive. Then you need time. Okay, for you to start experiencing some good results from glutathione, you need at least between 2 to 3 months. If you're at least mixed blood, 2 to 3 months you mixed blood. When you're not mixed blood, it could take you between 4 to 6 months. Okay, and then for those who are very dark, it may take you between 6 months to about 14 months. Okay, you understand? So that's the time that I'm talking about. And then you also need some patience. You need to be patient. Okay, when you plant your bean in the ground, you don't start scratching it every day to see whether it has grown, and then after 3 days you're like, let me check whether it has germinated. You take it out, you put it back, and then you never see that bean germinate. So you have to be patient, wait for your time. When you wait for your time, you're able to see very, very beautiful results. In fact, when you start using glutathione, start looking for your reviews after about 3 months, after about 10 weeks. Start looking at yourself and say, hey, how far have I gone? Start comparing your skin from the very first time you started to the end of the time that of the 3 months, and say, oh, I was here, now I'm here. At least you'll be able to see some movement in the shades of color. The reason why I say that is because, first of all, when you're using glutathione for lightening your skin, it is, when you're lightening your skin, it is the color that comes from under. Okay, remember, you're not working on your skin from the top the way the creams work. You're working on your skin from underneath the skin, then the skin color comes up until it shows on top. So that process of the skin moving from down on the basal layer of your skin towards the top layer of your skin, that process will take about 10 weeks. So even if you want it in 2 days, you won't see it. You want it in 3 weeks, you won't see it. Until its time comes of maturity of 10 weeks at least to come up, that's when you're going to see that your glutathione is working.